Okay, so the weirdest thing today on campus happened. The one thing, I was walking out of my communications class. There is another person clicking something. There's a lot of activity on my Facebook for some reason, and I don't get it. But one of the things that I'm trying to say is, walking out of my class, and it's the afternoon, and this kid, he's doing the weirdest thing that I've ever seen someone do on a college campus. It's just a regular day. I just pop my headphones on, and I'm starting to walk out. Like, I literally just got out of the door, and there's this kid. He's doing this move, like he's doing this, like he's about to pick something off of the wall, like, and it's one of those like Adobe finished walls. So he's over there, he's looking at it, and he's just standing there like this, like he's about to pinch the wall, and he has his other hand up like that, like he's holding himself up to see something. There's nothing on the wall. There's nothing there. I don't get it. But that's one of the questions: is what's the weirdest thing you've seen and or heard? I'm gonna throw heard in there, only because there have been some weird things that I wish that I could unhear, but I can't. But I don't want to reveal them because it's something that I don't think anybody else should ever know. But like, what's the weirdest thing you've heard or know or seen on a college campus during the day, like a regular day, not a holiday, like not Halloween or anything like that? But like, what's the weirdest thing? It doesn't matter what it could be. It could be someone dressed awkward, and what I mean by awkward is that they're dressed like a Power Ranger in the middle of the spring semester when there's no need for it, or like shit like that, or someone just does the weirdest fucking thing, like the kid who was staring at the wall for like 15 minutes. And the other thing is, I just got done talking with a friend that I haven't seen in like 6 to 10 years. It's been a while. It's been a really long time. The kids, I mean, I still say kid, granted that he's like a few months older than me, but what I'm trying to say is, say you haven't seen a person in a really long time, and when you were a kid, the whole, the friendship or whatever it may have been was was different or a little more awkward at the time, because maybe because you were younger. Yeah, that's pretty much what it is, because you're younger and you're not used to the whole social thing. But the other thing is I'm not saying that this kid was any way, shape, or form annoying or anything like that when we were kids. The kid was cool when we were kids, and I mean, I never really had a problem with him growing up. But here's the thing: there was one student, one kid in our class, in graduating class, overall class, that had moved away like sophomore year of high school, and then came back. And what I'm trying to say is, no one really liked him. He was the one student that there was a fight to find out who was going to kick his ass. Who was going to be the first one to kick his ass in high school. It was weird. It was fucked up at the same time. I don't like. I do not agree with any way, shape, or form of bullying. But if you're doing it to mean it, that's fucked up. But if you're joking, if you're being a jokester, if you're joshing with the person, I mean, that's cool. Don't take it to, the person needs to realize that you're just joking and you're not being a complete and total dickhead towards them. But say that annoying kid, let's put it this way, say that annoying kid finds you on Facebook or MySpace or Twitter or whatever, any social network, Daily Booth, it doesn't matter, YouTube even, and they contact you. They find you, and they want to hang out with you. I'm not, and this is not pertaining to the kid that I just got done talking to. And I promise that, I swear to God that this is not him that I'm talking about. And the thing that I'm trying to say is, say that the person that was the annoyance of the class turns out to be someone that, after they transition from being that awkward teen into that I less awkward adult. How do you feel about hanging out with a person? Are those same like gut feelings of hatred towards the person still there, or have you just has everything that you have done and they have done to you just washed away, and you're just cool with being whoever you are, and they're cool with being whoever they are, and you know each other, and you want to be friends again. But what happens when the person that contacts you? Here's the second part of the question. What happens? I mean, I'm fine with any of my classmates. There are a select few that I wish I that I'm kind of glad that I never have any contact with. There are those few classmates that I'm glad that I never have any contact with. But the ones that have contacted me, I'm fine with. I never really had a big issue with, but a lot of other people in the class did, and I never really understood why. But what I'm trying to say is this: what happens when you grow older, when you get older, like say in your 30s, mid 30s to early 40s, and you're at your class reunion? What are you gonna do? Are you gonna just walk away and never talk to that person again, or are you just gonna be like, hey, what's up, or what's it gonna be like? But what I'm trying to get at is, how do you feel about a person contacting you that you left on bad ties, that you left each other on bad ties, and they want to contact you? You do nothing to want to. You don't contact them. But that's what I'm trying to say. You don't contact them, but they contact you, and they were the main source of what made you feel like shit a lot of the time. How would you feel if they remembered nothing of the so-called abuse, or teasing or bullying that they brought on you growing up as a child in the public school system? A lot of the students that were horribly teased and bullied that I could see from my graduating class, they didn't really graduate with it. They moved away, or they went to homeschooling, or they went to other places to get their education. But how would you feel about the person that you were bullied by, or the person that you bullied, contacted you, and you say nothing? You're okay. Say you're the bull. You're not the bully, but you're the one that got bullied. The person that you contact to try and hey, what the hell, start a conversation. What have you been up to and shit like that? And they don't remember a damn thing that they've done to you. But the person that you bullied, you try and mention, like, hey, I'm sorry what I did back in the day. You do put your foot forward, and you do say some of the you do the nice thing and say, yeah, I apologize for being a dickhead as a kid. And then there's the one there, or are you the bully who contacts the person and acts like nothing ever happened, like you did no harm to this person, in a way to make the other person change who they are, just because you didn't like how they were as a child? Or is it something that people grow up and they just say, fuck it, I don't care? That's the question. Is it the whole social aspect of being bully, the bully, or the bullied kid? Or what happens when you haven't seen a kid you've known for a long time, but you haven't seen him in person in a really long time, and you finally do? What do you do? How do you react to it? Do you just act like yourself? What do you do? What's the one of the things that you do as a person? And another thing, and the other one is, what's the weirdest fucking thing you've seen on campus, seen or heard, during the day on a regular day? That's about it. I'm gonna say later. This took like 6 tries for me to do, and it kind of pissed me off because every time I would drift off into saying nothing, like right now. And I'm gonna go check what all this Facebook activity is about. That's the reason I got distracted the last few times I did this. So later, answer the question if you see this in a comment, and however you'd like, preferably a comment. And if you want more of these random ass videos, just there's a button up at top, up here, up in this this general area, just straight up, and it says it's a word that starts with an S, and it's backwards, but it starts with an S and it ends with an E, and you should hit it and say, I'm gonna end this with later, and my beanie is awesome. Well, yeah.